my fellow comic book collectors. It's Allan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with my good friend Stephen Gettner, uh, also known under the alias of Collecto6 on Instagram.
Don't tell him. Don't tell anyone.
Also known as the Warmonger. He's just like,
Yeah.
he's a man of many names.
Tommy, stop it. Okay.
So yeah, so my Kickstarter is officially done.
Congratulations.
Support it. I'll hate you forever in the world, but don't worry. All the people that supported me, thank you. I love you. Everyone that didn't support me, which is like about 8 billion people, I hate you and I hope you die. But no, like, I'm a nice guy.
In a nice way. You mean that in the nicest possible way.
Yeah, I'm just joking. So
die.
I really do appreciate everyone that supported it, though. That's really great. So yeah, now you just gotta wait for like September. I didn't say which year. That's the trick.
It says September 24. I saw. And if there are any other things to drop, I'm curious what if there's another one that's going to drop, the naughty whatever it is, the naughty Sky Girl or whatever. How they said there's something in the thing that if something else happens, we'll open it up for you to get some other part or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, something.
Oh, I didn't see that part. So I know there are 2 more drops that just didn't make the deadline.
Well, I don't know how that works. Of course, I would like to get. I would like to go for those too.
Well, I told you you got the special pack.
Oh yes,
the mystery box. I said it would be kind of in that. So
they come in that. Okay, fair enough.
I'll make sure that you get the special one. So don't worry.
Well, thank you. Well, that's because I bought that. What is it? The Bullet Girl Gold or whatever it is. The $169.
Yeah.
One?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll get it there. Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, so there's a way. There's a way. I try to make everyone happy. That's my goal. I really actually do want to make everyone happy. Supported.
Who is this?
Oh. So one of the weird things about me is if you pay me money, I'm actually a nice guy.
Oh, really?
It's kind of weird how that works. I bend over backwards for my clients, for example. I really do. I try to help them out in every way. When it comes to comics, if you get in the way of me in a comic,
you're a shark. I mean, that's why you like those shark covers so much.
Yes, exactly. It reminds me of myself. It's sort of like reflective.
Sharp teeth and a fin.
Yeah, exactly.
So do we have chats?
Yes, I was just going to say hi to the people in the chat. We got K Munin.
Andreas.
We got Lau.
Lau,
he's actually local. And we got Matt, who's another local guy.
Hi, Big Matt.
And we got Steve.
And
we got Carlito.
Classico.
Carlito Classico. That's a cool name. Very comic book hero name.
Very.
So if other people come and they have questions about the Kickstarter that paid, there might be some of that. You can ask them in the comments, or not in the comments, but in the chat, and at the end we'll clean. We'll sort you out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Actually, a couple more people. James Green.
James.
Yes. So I lost on a huge comic book, by the way.
What'd you lose?
So what happened was, I was watching a live stream on the weekend. It was like Code Blue, and I bought a ton of stuff from that guy. And he had a roulette wheel where it's like, it'll spin and you can potentially win a Superman 24. So
if you're not there, you don't get it?
Yeah, so my family were like, I was like watching, and they were going to spin it, but I couldn't stay because my family was like, oh, you never hang out with us. Blah, blah, blah. So I went off and hung out with them, and they spun the wheel. I won.
Good. You get it then?
No, I didn't get it. So because I wasn't there
to get it,
I had to be there to get it. So
that's not fair. That's not fair.
It was really sad. So I missed out on that one. So yeah, thank you, Red. But yeah, so I kind of hi Biggie. So yeah, so I was really sad about that. I was like, oh man.
I don't think that's fair. I mean, that isn't fair.
Well, that's part of the rules that they said. They actually did say that you have to be there to win. And You know, so if you're not there, you don't get it. That's just the way it is. So
Don't buy any more from him.
no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. It's not not his fault. It's my fault for not being there.
I blame him.
So yeah, I was actually trying to guilt him into sending me something, but yeah, you never know. So yeah, so
Well, you'll make it up. You'll make it up on another deal then. Say, hey, I won the roulette thing, and then you pulled the rug out from under me. So let's work a deal on this.
Yeah, on this other thing. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think
so,
that's to get him
you
on
know
the
what
back.
The weird thing is, I never win. I'm like I have the worst luck in terms of winning contests and stuff. I'm like the worst at that. But oh well, it's kind of my fate. So even when I win, I lose. But okay.
I think everybody feels that way. They never win. I mean, that's really the way it seems to go.
Hey, John Comics with Kids.
John's
cool.
Comics with Kids.
And Kim Yunin, you have to. Oh wait. You should have had them come into your comic room and hang out with you. That way you wouldn't have missed it. Two birds with one stone. Yeah, my family don't really like my comic room. My son used to, but now he's kind of moved away from it.
I really don't. I'm sorry about that. I really am.
No, but I think he'll come back. I think he'll, he really likes Swamp Thing. Yeah, he'll come back to it, back to the hobby. So yeah, so we have some pretty cool books to show tonight.
Yes, sir.
I have some lesser cool books, but actually they're not bad. It's just modern books. They're modern stuff that I bought from my new comic book store that I'll be going to. I have actually a pretty funny story, but yeah.
Well, tell it when you show.
Yes, exactly. So are you ready to show? You have like one, did you see the title of the video?
The Stephen's Big Books or something?
Stephen's book, books filled with Allan's tears or something like that.
Oh, well, wonderful. I didn't see the title. I have to look.
Yeah, no, I always try to make an interesting title.
I have a little bit, I've sort of fleshed out a little bit what I am doing. It's all thematically correct. And I will start small and end big.
Okay. Yeah. That's how it always is.
Do you want I should start?
Yeah, of course. Hey, JSS.
Hi, JSS.
Okay, I'm going to let you go first.
All right.
You can show some stuff.
I have been collecting more and more Fawcett books. Master 13, which Allan turned me on to. And then I picked up the first Master that had the first Captain Marvel Jr. cover and the Bullet Mans. And various Captain Marvels. I have Marvel Adventures 1, which I had already had that one. But I've always eschewed Captain Marvel and Fawcett to a certain degree. But I've really come around to Captain Marvel, certain books, the war books in particular. And I enjoy that. And one of the things about Fawcett that is so interesting is that their marketing department and advertising department really had a budget. They budgeted for it. Hello, Brian. And what Fawcett would do is they actually would dedicate a significant amount of money to go ahead and market and merchandise their characters in various and assorted things. And so here a while ago, I started picking up various things that Fawcett had put out. And one of the things that just showed up on eBay was that you could send away for a color portrait of Captain Marvel. I don't know
really?
exactly. Yeah,
I never even heard about this. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
Color portrait, it's sort of a departure from the standard look of Captain Marvel, but this is what they actually sent, and here it is.
So wow, that is really cool. And is it actually newly signed, or I mean, is it signed by somebody at that time, or what?
Oh, it's absolutely, it's signed, Allan.
I'm just saying,
it's printed on there, just like Best Wishes, your pal Captain Marvel.
That's cool, though.
And down at the bottom,
it'd be cool if it was signed by like the actor or something. You know what I mean, like. Or like somebody,
this isn't from the 40s. I don't think there was an actor that was Captain Marvel.
Or somebody, you know what I mean? Like somebody like
I don't even know. I think there may have been a serial that had Captain Marvel. That is to say, a movie serial. But I mean, I know that Superman had one, and Columbia Pictures had one with Kirk Allan. But I'm unfamiliar with who played Captain America or who played, the various other ones. But I do remember that.
Mhm.
But anyway, down at the bottom it says Captain Marvel appears monthly in Whiz Comics.
Yes, Fiddle Chips. He signed it himself.
Signed it himself.
No, but I was thinking like CC Beck or somebody. You know what I mean? Like somebody like that. That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Yeah.
So this
And there
goes.
was the 73 Shazam show. I actually watched that. It's not bad. It's not bad.
So just to follow on with with the stuff that I did get, here is one of the things that you will see quite
Oh,
often.
yes.
These are the flying Captain Marvels. No cutting, no pasting, easy to assemble, and he really flies. Not very well, but he really flies. And so you would
Anything you throw can fly for a moment.
That's right. It's like styrofoam gliders. They don't work. They're too light. They don't have any rich. They don't have any structural. They just don't work. Styrofoam gliders. The balsa wood flyers do. Balsa wood gliders can go 150 feet, 150 yards. I mean, they can go a long, long way. But styrofoam, they just sort of roll over and die. But just inside is a glider that looks like Captain Marvel. That's one.
And that would be out of like balsa wood or whatever it is? Right?
No, this is hard paper. This is hard
really?
paper. It's not balsa wood. It's hard paper.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said they don't fly terribly well, but it's heavier.
It's even worse.
Here's another one that's a little bit nicer. This one was a little bit nicer, but they priced these things very close to the comics, and they would put them next to the comics to sell with, so that you could actually pick up various things from your heroes. Here is one. Here is the ski jump one. He soars through the air. He makes a perfect landing on his skis.
Wow.
Theoretically.
I really think, for the purpose of science and this channel, you could like open these up and then like, test them out.
And just, cut them all out and try to fly them.
And you got to put some of those Comic Collector Geek stickers on them.
I will, and I'll put, and of course, the way to what you'd also do is if the nose was too light, you always would put paper clips.
That's what I used to do, actually. I remember back in the day. That was the thing.
You were a kid, even in Canada.
Even in Canada, we have paper clips.
You did?
Yep. It was like state-of-the-art technology, but
state-of-the-art aerodynamics.
It's what the Canadian military used too. Keep our planes up.
You're making friends left and right. Here is the picture puzzle, one against many, complete with large puzzle guide for you to color.
Oh wow!
And there's some kind
of a lot of these promotional. You're getting down this rabbit hole of the promotional material. Like it's like
they're not terribly expensive. They're not.
But they're really cool.
They're not, but it's fun stuff. This is number one against Captain Marvel picture puzzle. Then I've got.
I'm going to try to get a bunch of them when I get.
Why not?
Yeah.
And here's another one called the Rocket Raider, with Captain Marvel inside, a perfect flyer. Cool. Here it is.
I didn't realize why so many different ones. I mean, I'm just amazed by how many different ones there are.
That's what I'm telling you is that Fawcett's marketing department, their advertising and marketing, was so superior to anybody else. I mean, they were there. There was some, fan clubs and things like that. That you'd have like a Superman or the Justice Society or whatever, the Supermen of America.
Did they mail those?
Some they mailed that Captain Marvel poster. This one they had to send it to you because you had to mail in for it. I don't know. I'm assuming that if you wanted to mail in for some of the stuff, if you couldn't get it, I bet you probably could. But a lot of this stuff was sold right next to the comic books themselves.
I remember back in the day seeing some of not these ones in particular, but something similar next to the comics in like the local convenience stores when I was really young. Here is the really cool one. This is Captain Marvel Buzz Bomb. It looks like they called them doodle bugs. This is like the buzz bombs they call them, and
what they would do is these were the things that this was the first incarnation of these basically drone bombs that they launched against England. And what they would do, they had these ramps, the Germans did, and they came up with a thing called a pulse jet, and they had it just enough fuel for it to make it over London, and then it would run out of fuel.
Out of the skies.
No, it would run out of fuel and then just drop.
Yeah,
and they went fast enough that the Hawker Hurricane couldn't catch up, so they had to use Hawker Typhoons, and they also had to use some of the upper numbered Spitfires that were fast enough that they could shoot them down, because the pulse jet had these things going so fast they were hard to catch. And of course, they didn't catch the V1 or the V2 rockets, which were actual, honest to God rockets that went up and came down, and there was nothing they could. Hi, Blake. But this is what they looked like. And they had they made it sound like a. And if you YouTube it, or if you Google it, there are films of them, and then all of a sudden they stop, and then everybody's waiting to see where the bomb will drop and where the explosion.
That's pretty scary.
Oh, incredibly! It was a terror weapon. But anyway, it flies, it soars, it dives, complete with all parts. There's that one. Then we have Captain Marvel's magic eyes. They follow you wherever you go.
Oh, well, this is a new one. I haven't seen you show this one before.
No, I haven't shown. This is one that I just got.
What magic eyes? What I don't even know. I don't even get what it is.
No one knows. No one knows what it is.
What is that?
It's all parts are included. It's easy to assemble. There's no gluing, and his magic eyes follow you around wherever you go.
What is that? What does it do?
Isn't it wild?
It's wild because it doesn't even make any sense. It's like so weird.
It's just, but again, did DC do anything like this? Did Timely do anything like this? No. Did Fiction House? Did anybody do stuff like this? The answer is no.
Awesome stuff.
And then here is, they had a funny animal tattoo set.
Tattoo. I was going to say, it looks like tattoos. Those little tattoos. Wow. And that's so Thunder Bunny or Marvel Bunny or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Marvel, but Hoppy the Marvel Bunny or whatever.
Yeah, Hoppy. Yeah.
And so they had all the different characters, all these Fawcett characters that you could basically put as tattoos on you.
That is really cool stuff. It's so crazy.
Thank you. And this is one that you had to send away. I'm amazed that I got this. It was like $100. It was an auction, and I don't think anybody was really paying attention.
Yeah, I sort of get the concept.
It's wherever you stand, the eyes look at you. It's watching me. Yeah, but it's paper. It's ink on paper. Yes, but they're following me around. I think that if you think the eyes are following you around, you may have other problems besides the magic eyes. These are incredibly rare. I've only ever seen one set of these. And these are the felt patches for the Captain Marvel Club and the Captain Marvel Junior Club.
Those look like, what you put on like a bomber jacket or something like that?
Yes, or a sweatshirt, basically, because these are felt. Felt doesn't work as well on a leather jacket to try to sew it on, because felt is too soft. But if you had a hat or something, or a sweatshirt, or a heavy shirt of some sort, these felt patches. Well, that makes more sense, though, Bleak, doesn't it? But anyway, there you go. These are quite amazing. And then also I have these are the oh yeah, here we go.
Everyone's still hypnotized by the eyes that are following them around.
This is where you get all three of them, and so usually they're 10 cents per. But they give you for 2 bits, then they would give you 3. So you'd save a nickel on one of them. So you got all 3 flyers, Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel, and Captain Marvel Jr. So you get all 3 gliders in one set. And because one set is never enough, I got 2.
Oh, very cool.
And then just because I have, this is the box that this stuff is in, or where it was. Here is the Supermen of America. This was some kid.
You showed this one,
Yeah, this is this one kid that had this. His name was David Costa, and he had the whole Superman of America set. And it was like $100, and no one else bid. Everybody else they didn't bid at all. And so let's see here. I'll get it for you. Here is Superman's secret code. This is what came with the set.
Very cool.
And on the reverse side of this, it has all the codes and stuff, and it's set like an envelope. And it says here, fill in your name and address on the outside of the flap so that it may be returned to you in case you lose it or mislay it.
Hi, Beckerman.
So if you're going to mislay, you're going to. Yes, I do. I will show you.
Yeah.
Actually, I have some premium rings. Here's my flight ring. My Legion of Superheroes flight ring.
And we're going to be twinsies soon on that. And maybe triplets soon.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, here's the Superman secret code.
And it's just a code on the back? Like, what's the code?
There's a code on the back, but then there's like the Venus code, the Jupiter code, and then basically what it is, you start from a different part so that the letters that come up, and it says, be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
So is it something where you could send your friends secret messages with those codes?
Sure, you could. And you say, set your, and then if you remember in the 60s and the late 50s and the early 60s, they would put all the codes down in the Superman books, or in DC books, you'd see that. And so you see, set your code to Jupiter or set your code to Saturn, and then everything would be jumbled around differently so that one code wouldn't necessarily work with the other. Here is the piece from the Superman Club welcoming you as a new member.
Okay.
Incredibly,
I have something similar for Vampirella, believe it or not. I have like a whole little kit.
Oh, cool. And incredibly, he kept the actual mailer that the Superman of America stuff came in.
Oh, wow. So you get the original set, basically. It's the written, like, this is like what the boy got way back. Now, when was this from? This is from the early 50s?
No, or early 41. And this was the most prized thing of it all, which was the pin.
Mm-hmm.
And this pin is actually he didn't have the pin in it, but pins, you can get these because they sell them. This one's actually dated 1941, and they're very, very close to the ones from 1961. So you have to be careful as far as for the old ones. But this is the old one. And then I'm still with Captain Marvel. Here's one that I just couldn't believe. I'd never seen this before. But here is the Captain Marvel magic flute.
Okay.
And what it is you blow up this balloon, and then it blows out through here, and it plays a tune. Okay. And it says Captain Marvel here, you see?
Is this something you can demo or not?
No, because there's a big hole right here it's all torn right here. The balloon is still flexible, but this is for looking at. That's not for using. And one other thing that I have, because it was not expensive. I think it was like $40, I think. It's the Huckleberry Hound fan club that has the Hanna-Barbera stationery.
Oops.
It does look like a prophylactic.
It does. That's what.
And then they play your flute. Never mind. So then, and here's the membership card to be the member of the Huck-Hound Club. And the thing that was the rarest thing of the Huck-Hound Club was that you got a ring, a Huckleberry Hound ring, and they do still sell these, but this was the whole set. And here is the Huckleberry Hound ring, or if you can see Huck. See, there is the black ears and the black nose and the red
I can see the black ears, but it's really like, I imagine for people that are watching through their computers, probably a little easier, but for me, it's like so small, it's hard to see. Oh, wait, maybe? Looks really cool.
So that's the Huckleberry Hound ring that comes with the membership card. That was
me feel like I should dig out some of my Warren memorabilia like that. I have a bunch. It's
So
great.
I just because I got all that, and the last thing about the Huckleberry Hound thing was not from this Costa fella, but the other thing that the Costa fella had was he had a junior Sky Ranger. He has the Mickey Mouse Club. He was a competitor for Duncan Yo-Yos in 1953. He has the Sky Rangers Club. He got a Bronze Cheerio Award. And all of these were his awards that he got, that he had all this entire set, all of his prizes from when he was a kid, his Superman Club stuff, which is what I was after. But all of this came with it. It's the same, was like $100. So anyway, that's the that was just a fun thing to start with.
I remember that too. Actually, the in the 80s, they would sometimes when you go to a movie, you'd get like pins of the movie, or like nowadays they actually will hand out posters and stuff like that, like little movie posters. Hi, Louis. Oh, the Captain Midnight premiums are really expensive, I guess.
Captain Midnight, of course, is also Fawcett.
Yes.
All right, so this stuff, I will put this up here. But I just thought it was because I got that Captain Marvel. I just wanted to show the other stuff that I have. Did you want to show something?
Yeah, I'll show a little bit. It's not quite as cool as what you're showing, but we'll we'll just we'll go with it. But then I'll show some cooler things. I will show some cooler stuff just because. Oh, just to give you a little update, Stephen. I called Heritage today.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what they were doing. They were just holding on to this order from Heritage, and I'm like, you told me you're going to send it fast. And it's been there like 2 weeks just sitting. I'm like,
what was it? What did they say?
So I said, oh, they go, oh, they looked at my spend history.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you actually buy a lot of stuff. You're like
a whale.
A whale, and
you're a whale.
We gotta feed the whales. So they said they'll get it out they'll get it to my stackery by tomorrow. They're shipping it overnight.
Oh, well, they dropped the ball. Then is what it is. They dropped the ball.
Basically, yeah. So they dropped the ball, and they're gonna get it to me tomorrow. So I'm gonna ship everything from stackery tomorrow. So that'll be nice.
I'm
It
excited
usually takes
for
about a week, like 4 days to a week kind of error. So maybe beginning of next week or end of this week that I will be getting the horde.
Oh, I'm very excited. I have insider information what's coming, and I know that there's some pretty darn nice stuff. And don't forget that I sent you a little AOK.
Oh yes, I know. Well, I know there's the rings in there.
Oh yeah, I sent you the rings, but I sent you another little thing.
Okay, very cool. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna show a few things. So what happened was my local comic book shop went out of business. Well, not out of business because they had 2 shops and they reduced it to 1. They consolidated. But that meant that the shop that I went to was the one that disappeared. And it was actually the better of the 2 shops, which is so annoying. The other one that they had was further away. It's just kind of out of, like, it's just like an extra 15-20 minutes drive. So I didn't really want to go to that.
Impossible.
It's just impossible. It's just too much. So, so there's another comic shop that was just down the street of the one that I used to go to. And yeah, so what happened was I went there, and I guess there's some Comic-Con going on in Montreal right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I got into the shop, it looked like somebody robbed the place. It was all empty. It was all empty because they had taken all their back issues and sent it off to the con, right?
How far is Montreal? How far is Montreal from you?
Not very far. It's like I think 2 to 3 hours, something like that. It's not very far. But so they basically the shop was kind of empty, and so but they had all the recent releases, right?
Yeah.
So the more recent stuff they had. So I was like, I hadn't gone to the local comic shop for a few weeks now because it's been a while since my shop closed. So I was like, okay, I'll pick up, pick up the stuff that I missed all over that time. And so I was like, oh, I found some other cool things that I, might as well pick up those too. So I picked up a pretty big lot of books. And so I went to the cashier, and the guy was a younger guy, seemed a very little bit inept. Sorry to the guy out there. He seemed a little inept. I'm sorry, but he did. And he's like, oh, the main guy's not here. And I'm he was in charge though. And I said, oh, I would like to open an account. I'd like to be, get the membership
Yeah,
discount, right?
I want to get a box. I want the box discount.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, we can't do it because the main guy's not here. I'm like, so I had this big stack of books that I picked up thinking that I'm going to get like 10, 20% off.
20% off, yeah.
He's like, sorry, I can't give it to you. I'm like, okay. That's so annoying. But I didn't want to like, say, okay, we'll put all the books back or something like that. It was kind of beyond the point. So I ended up just taking them. But it took him 30 minutes to check out.
Good Lord.
So what happened was he was like, oh, I don't think I entered them in right. So he would, it was like 20 books. Okay. So he removed the whole thing and then he would re-put them in back into the system.
Oh God.
He did it like 4 times. I was like, oh man, this is insane. I've never seen any, like, it was weird though. There was nobody else in the store. So it was okay because like, there was no big line forming behind me, but man, I was annoyed. So yeah. So, oh, hey, hi, who dat?
Hi, Russell.
No, it's not the shop on Clyde. It was a shop on a Bank Street. So it took forever.
What's the name of the store?
Monsters and Legends. It's a good shop. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good shop. It's just that, yeah, it was just annoying. But I did get some cool books, and I'll show you what I got. So first one is a Jenny Frison Vampirella.
I think that Jenny Frison is somewhat hit and miss, but that's a nice one.
This is a hit in my mind. So
oh, it's good. I like the skull.
The skull, actually, something about the skull. It's almost like the skull is glowing.
It glows, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. And I do like Jenny Frison. I find her stuff a little bit repetitive, but sometimes it really works. And I thought this one really worked. So I picked
Rose Besh is the one that my style is not. She's a little too rough around the edges for me, at least from the stuff that I've seen. I know our friend Mark Oldroyd really digs her stuff, but
okay. She's got some stuff.
My palate is not that sophisticated.
Okay, so that's the first one. Then I actually got a whole bunch of magazines, believe it or not. And this first one is a great spec. Like, this is actually a really good spec. I actually didn't get the right one, but it is a good spec. And I'll explain that. It's Mad Magazine.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift and what's his name?
Alfred E. Newman.
I know. Tight end, whatever.
Yeah. So this is the second print. Now you can tell it's the second print. I knew it was the second print when I bought it, but I just paid for the it's cover price, so I wasn't really caring. They actually sell even the second print for double cover nowadays. If you go at eBay, the first print is going for like $30 or something crazy. But the second print, you can tell it's green in the Mad, and the first print I believe is red. But I missed out on this when it came out, and I was like, kicking myself. So but I still think it's a cool one. I think it's a great spec because the Swifties are insane. The Taylor Swift army are like they'll this is one of those ones that I think has a lot of potential to it because the Taylor Swift army.
I think she kind of looks like Reba McEntire.
A little bit. I can see that. She looks like she has some weird goo on her nose or face.
Yeah, she's got something screwy on her nose.
You
Oh,
know
shut it.
why?
Is that a clip because he stinks? Is that a clothespin on her
Oh,
nose
yes, it is. Yes, it
because he
is. You're right.
stinks?
He stinks.
Because
He's
he's
such a
sweaty.
because he's sweaty from and those are flies, little flies around him.
Wifty.
He's wifty. Taylor Wifty. um so yeah, Taylor Whiffed. Um so yeah. The next one, you should be able to recognize this cover. This is is Shutter. This is from Warrant. Um and Warrant basically is kind of redoing a lot of the Warren publishing. And I just picked up some issues that I might already have this one, but I picked up
I
a few.
recognize that cover. I think you've shown that before, Alan.
I showed this one before because it's the same cover as Vampirella number 7 or 6, something like that, or
Okay.
5 or something like that. It's one of those early issues.
Right.
Yes, and this is the one where the face was repainted. So it's actually the Vampirella one is Ken Kelly's first cover and first artwork, published artwork. Um, but they didn't like the way he did the face of the girl in the original, and they got Frank Frazetta to do the girl's face again. So this is kind of reprinting that. Yeah, I'd love to see what the original face looked like. I have no idea. I haven't seen pictures of it, but
Wasn't there that Steranko did that cover with the Hulk, and
yes,
they said it was
and they
too
got Mary
horrible,
Severin to redo it.
and they got Marie Severin to redo the
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
I
that
wonder
was
what the original. Do they know what the original looked like?
I think I've seen it before. It just he looked a little bit more. Yeah, he looked a bit more aggressive, and I think they didn't like that. Okay, but then we got
Well, there's
more.
one thing that the Hulk isn't as aggressive. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Hulk is a nice guy. He's just like a gentleman man.
Well,
So
he's misunderstood.
misunderstood. That's it. So this is Shutter number 13. So I
Cool.
just picked up whatever back issues they had. So I know I have early issues, but I just didn't have the later issues of this run.
What is this from the 70s or 80s?
This is from the 2000s and 20s.
Oh my gosh, that late. Okay.
The 2000s and 20s. So these are that first one I showed is August 2024. It's from the
Wow.
future.
Wow.
Okay, these are brand new. So this one is from October, or no, sorry, December 2023. So these are recent. All these are recent. So it's good that they kind of bring back Warren stuff.
Well, they
And they,
sure are.
yeah, I
The
mean, these are
style.
quite nice. This one I haven't seen this cover before. This is number 12 from October. And I think it's
Well,
funny that they call their publishing house Warrant instead of Warren.
boy, oh boy.
You know.
No one there to protect them.
Yeah, well, Warren is gone, so. And then this is a really good one. I think this is Simon Beasley.
That reminds me of the one with what is it? Not Evil Dead, but the other one with
Oh, Army of
Darkness,
Darkness.
where
Yeah,
they have all the guys coming when they're attacking
I
all
love
the.
that. That's actually a good movie.
I
Just fun
love that
stuff.
movie.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. I always like it's sort of like the A Team, or like they have that situation where you're trapped inside of like a little fortress, and they have to come up with some MacGyverisms, and they come up with a whole bunch of traps and gadgety things to fight off the hordes or whatever it is that is going to come and destroy them. I always love that situation in movies. I always think it's fun. So yeah, but that was, yeah, they had that in that movie, the Army of Darkness. This one I think is really cool.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Mother's Ghost.
Mother's Ghost. Yeah, mother died, but she would not stay in her grave. Mother has a secret that she needs to reveal. What happened to Mother?
Ew.
I don't know. See page 6. It's kind of fun stuff. And then we got
Scary, man. That's scary stuff.
and then it's a horror magazine. What do you expect? Okay. So then we got another title from the same publisher is Vampiress Carmella. and this is kind of like Vampirella, right? You know, they actually kind of put it so that it's Vampirus, and then the Ella, you know,
Carmilla.
so it's almost like it goes right into Vampirella if you kind of
What
put
a
it together.
complete ripoff.
Isn't that awesome? But they actually they bring in a lot of the real Warren artists to work on this stuff too. So it's actually, I think it's cool personally. So this is
You know, it's
about,
interesting. They said they had to bring Frazetta in to draw the face. If you look at Vampirella #1, a lot of his women, they look like Chinese monkeys in the
they
face.
do. Well,
I mean,
not
there's
Chinese
no
monkey,
nose.
but
There's no nose. They're all kind of
they're very, very, very simple faces.
simian. No, they're simian looking. They look like they're half simian, and Chinese. It's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
There's
I always
no
thought that
nose, and it's just sort of your eye
like
has to
Vampirella
fill in the
One
face.
really has that very Asian face.
Yes.
I always saw that too. I always saw, but I always liked Asian women, so I always thought it was a cool thing. So trademark, well, it's Warrant. It's not Warren. So, you know, they get
But
away
there's
with it.
no one. But Warren's defunct. There's who has Warren now? Does anyone?
Nobody. It's a yeah, you're right. It's defunct. It defunct in 1983. So
Is Vampirella in the public domain?
no, no, no. So what happened was the rights to Vampirella were bought by Harris Publishing.
Okay.
And then Harris was bought out by Dynamite.
Okay.
So it's in Dynamite's
And
control.
who's the parent of Dynamite, or are they standalone?
That's a good question. I think they are um yeah, you know, they are I think they're independent. Like there's like Image or one of those ones, right? Like Dynamite's a pretty big third, you know, second tier publisher, right? But
I thought that there was some, I thought they were, oh, anyway.
so somebody's saying Erie Publications, I think. Well, I don't know. I
Thanks,
don't
JX.
I'm not sure if that's right or not, but yeah. I'll keep it in.
Vampiress Carmilla.
Yeah. This is
Carmilla
more
encounters the Count. We don't call him Dracula, we call him the Count. I love to
oh that
count. 1, 2.
yeah, it's like Sesame Street. He's gonna
Yeah, that's Sesame Street, all right.
No, he's saying he's wrong. I thought so. I didn't think so. Erie Publications is more 70s. Um, and High Comic Journey.
Hi, CJ.
Yeah, so this one's
No hellos. No more hellos.
okay. No
No,
more
no
hellos.
hellos. No hellos. Only goodbyes.
Only goodbyes. And then we got San Julian cover. I don't know. I think you know it's great that they're bringing back a lot of this stuff. I really do like it.
Well, that sure is stuff. I'll say that.
Do you like it or it's not
No,
your cup
I
of tea?
do. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, and
It's
these are all like cover price, so it's not like they're expensive or anything.
it's very Warren.
Yeah, no, it has that Warren feel. And this one's like a different this is not one that was original Warren cover. This is like something new. But it has that sort of like what is it called? Sword and Sorcery or I want to say like Dragon Magazine or one of those ones.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know who did this one. It's Matisse or Mattia. I don't know. What can you read that?
It's Mates, Maitz. It looks like.
It's okay. So, but isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want more oohs and ahs. I mean, I'm just expecting more ooh. Yeah. So yeah. See, D&D style. That's what I was thinking. Okay. And this last one, doesn't this look like Vampirella?
Absolutely.
You know, and it even has like, you know, they sort of did a few small minor tweaks. I mean, it even has the Vampirella bat, you know, on her waist, and it has her signature cuff thing the collar, I mean. But
Yes.
the ears, instead of being the crescent moons, they're like these circle things. I don't know. But it's very, it's very, very, very Vampirella like. But and I don't know. It's just for me. It's very nostalgic because I do love Warren Publishing. So So those are the magazines that I picked up. That's another San Julian cover as well, and he was one of the main artists for Warren back in the day. So yeah,
Cool.
so that's the
Very, very cool.
first stack of things that I got when I was there, and I have one more stack. I'll show it after you show some stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So people are still commenting about your Fawcett thing.
Well, but if you look at that, it's a very distinctive. His face, you have to really kind of look to try to make out the face, and he always has the gals that are. That's it. They have large fannies and very small chests, and
Yeah, that is true. Very, very small chests.
and he always has very zofted thighs, very womanly thighs. That's
And
just the way he. And frankly, I mean, Frank,
mhm.
I think that I think it's very, very, very Rubenesque is how I would describe it. And it was this guy Saint John or whatever the guy's name was that was the pulp artist, very
Mhm.
famous artist, painter, and pulp guy that was in Weird Tales. That was
Yeah, his
he was the
inspiration.
mentor. Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
mentor for Zetta. So when you look at this other guy's stuff, actually, well, I'm not going to mess with it
No,
anyway.
no, don't worry
But
about it.
I'm getting too far afield. So here I have some. I have new, and I have older, and then I have old. So I will show all. These just dropped. You ordered them a while ago, and it's Betty as Farrah Fawcett.
Okay, one sec here. Actually, that's really nice, by the way. Um, Thunder is not
Funda,
for Zetta's. Thunder is
Funda.
not Thunder is not his first work. His first work is actually in Tally Ho, which I actually have. But
Yes, he did the Snowman,
the Snowman, yes.
and this one
But
is
that's a really nice Farrah Fawcett.
this is number 17 out of 200, and the art is by Sam Payne, and he is the one. And this is 200 copies, limited to, and which is generally what it is. But Sam Payne is the guy that sort of when you see Dan Parent, then you see Sam Payne is always seems to be right there along with him. So
Hmm.
I my hand hit the button twice, and I ended up getting two.
Oh
And
wow!
this is number 18. So I have number 17 and 18 out of the
Yeah, the
run.
run. You just need to get the first 16 issues, and you're good.
All I need is the first 200, right?
Yeah.
Here is a Will Jack cover that I think is just delightful.
Oh wow!
This also just dropped.
Very cute Harley Quinn.
Isn't that nice?
I like it's like a teddy, that she's
Mm-hmm.
wearing, right? Very
Mm-hmm.
nice, very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
She has a very cotton candy look to her.
And a good cast deserves repeating.
So very
And
nice.
the reason
Wow.
why I had to do that was because those are not as limited as this one is.
Oh
And
wow.
the single one, this particular book, this one is like half of the blown up one. And these were selling for like $140 for it by itself. And then a few guys had the pair of them for about 140. So obviously, so I ended up getting an extra because I wanted to get this one.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Isn't that
I do
fun?
like the zoom in, but that's cute too. That's
I like it.
yeah.
And since we are in somewhat in pulchritude, um, Allan showed a Dave Stevens cover. Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Allan showed a Dave Stevens cover that I had never seen before, and he says, and then all of a sudden he showed this thing, and it was huge. And I said, I got to get me one of those, and so I did.
Oh, you found it. I actually have mine. I could do the twinsy thing with you.
And this one, but the guy had, I think he had 4 brand new ones to sell, and they were like $75 or something. So I bought 2 of them because I think it may be a present for someone at some point. But I
They're
think that
great.
Betty, and what I have done, if you go onto my Instagram, I asked Shane McCormick, who is the guy that does all that art behind me there, you see? That's all Shane McCormick art. Shane did Betty, not the Rocketeer. He just did the Betty in the style of Bruce Timm.
Oh, wow.
And you've seen it. And I haven't got.
Yeah, I think you haven't gotten it yet, though.
I haven't
seen you
the,
show it yet, but
no,
I've
I
seen you
haven't
show
got
me on
art.
Instagram.
Yeah, I just cobbled the picture that he sent me.
That was the one where he was trying to fix the eyes a bit, right?
Exactly. He had the eyes were not right. She looked wall-eyed. I mean, but he changed her expression. Allan, do you know when this was released?
I think it was after he was dead.
Yeah, he had passed by that time. I don't know where they sourced this.
I think that's like 2000s era. I'm
like
gonna guess.
CJ. It's all sealed up. Otherwise, I'd open it up. I'm sorry.
We'll never know.
Well, you have yours, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I can look. Let me just see. Just give me a sec.
Sure. Just a second.
Well, you keep doing your thing, and I'll.
All right.
Oh no, it's in the other box.
Don't do it. I'll have to crack it open. I'll do it in a minute.
Wait. Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay, good.
That was easy. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now I gotta open up mine. Oh no. Really? One sec here. No, just keep on going. One sec. Just
all right.
Well,
make you big. Make you big.
Well, I gotta untape it. It's got a whole bunch of. I hate this type of tape. Oh my goodness, why do people use this kind of tape? Don't use this type. Bad people. Bad. One sec here. Okay, bear with me.
I'm bare.
Uh-oh. Don't be too bare.
Okay.
Oh no, they use this annoying type of tape that doesn't come off. You know, the type of tape that sticks to the.
Yes, to the bag.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna make myself big.
Okay.
Okay. So this is it being opened. Now it's opened, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's some Dave Stevens, and I'm gonna look. It's actually mine's really minty.
Well, these are dead mint. These are perfect.
This is from 2011.
2011. Okay.
Actually, the artwork inside is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great.
It's all Dave Stevens art inside.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's any sexy pinups or something. Oh, wow.
So which is this the basically reprints the Rocketeer? Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've seen a lot of this artwork before. But it's really, oh wow. I have I have a comic with this.
With that cover, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, beautiful stuff. So yeah, that's what's inside. So, and it's from 2011.
So there you go, CJ.
I think he died 2005 or 95 or somewhere around there. I don't
remember.
I think it was.
I don't think it was 95. I think it was later than that.
I think it was 2006, maybe, or 2005, somewhere around there. Somebody check it. Somebody check it. We have all these people in the chat. Somebody check it. Okay.
So this one was, I think, Lyle sent me a link, sicked me on it. And it was, I think $20 or something like that. But it's A Date with Judy, number 30, early, television and radio's coast to coast favorite. And it's
that's very nice.
Cover. When I asked Oogie to act more mature, I didn't expect him to become the fatherly type. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I think it was 05. So yeah. 05, 06. I was just trying to remember. I knew it was like in that era. 05. Yeah, it was. Okay. So he died in 2005. Very cool.
And our friend Maurice in Canada had
Mm-hmm.
this, and it was a very reasonable. He's very reasonable and stuff, and it was one I didn't have, and I think it was really cute. It's a Cindy from August of 1936, and it's date stamped May 6th. The afternoon of May 6th was when it hit the stands. Don't you think you've put on enough suntan lotion, Chuck? Heck no.
I've seen that one before. It's really cute. Yeah, he's really creaming her.
Oh, oh. But isn't that fun? Isn't that a great one?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's in very nice shape. I watched this show on Sundays by this guy named Allan, and he talks about the golden age, about the top 10 sales about golden age.
Mm-hmm.
And I confess there are times when I get FOMO'd by him.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about how I couldn't find a book, or the people wouldn't be able to find it because it's so rare and impossible to find. So I went out and I found it.
Oh, congrats. That's a hard book to find.
Allan went on and on about how I couldn't find it and I wouldn't find it and no one would find it. And that's like waving a cape in front of a bull. So I said, get me that one.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. It's a great cover. It could stand a pressing, but I mean, it would definitely profit from a press. But
was it expensive?
It was under $200.
Not bad. Not bad.
No,
because we saw how crazy it was on my list, right?
That's it. And I said, this is like less than half of that, and it's very presentable. So
yeah.
As you know, I will shop. Thank you, Lyle.
I picked up another issue in that run.
Oh, you did, Cindy? Or Girls Life? No, Girls Life. Yeah, I like the one that you. I like the one that you found. And that only had like 6 on the census or something like that. This was 4. I think yours was like a 6 in the census.
6 on the census, yeah.
Yeah.
Really rare series. It's weird. I had never heard of it until I did the video about it. Really.
This is a book that I bought. Oh, thank you.
Is it FOMO or just want cool stuff? Yeah.
Yes.
Both.
Yes. FOMO and cool stuff are hand in glove, because sometimes you don't know, if you haven't seen that. I had never seen that cover before. As a matter of fact, I'd never seen this cover before either. And as I riffle through on my comic shop, sometimes stuff will basically randomly appear. And I tend to look at the pre-1950 new listings. That's where I go shopping. And a lot of times there's stuff I've never seen before. This is one of them. And it's from Paris. And I think it's from the 1940s. I don't know if I will. I think I'll have it pressed first, but I'm a little bit leery of the CGC stuff just right now. I do have a book. I do have a book right now that is being worked on. I got 3 books back here recently. I got the Action 40, the All-Star 4, and the Captain Marvel number 14 or whatever it is, swats the jabs. I got those back after Kenny Sanderson Studios did his clean and press, and
he did a good job.
Oh, he did a great job. 2 4s. Jonathan, that is sort of an inside joke. I'll fill you in. I went to visit. I went to go on a site, and there was a guy named What's on the Comic Rack, or his name is Mr. Akins, and he had a bunch of other guys on there, and evidently they came in, and then I came in and was showing some books, and I said, I got it at my comic shop. And they all started laughing. And then Mr. Akins, who is a teacher, he said that it's got to the point where instead of saying my comic shop, he said, I'm just going to do this. And he rang his school bell. And so every time, rather than say my comic shop, they always ring the bell. And of course, I was in the hotel business, and this was the bell we had at the front desk to call the bellman over.
Well, the
So
funny thing is, you came in after we mentioned the name My Comic Shop like a
so
hundred
many
times.
times, so
It
many
was
times, and then
insane.
I come in with it, and everyone starts laughing. See,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's the reason why the bell. It's just a fun thing,
It's an inside joke with this channel,
it's
really.
Pavlovian dog. I start salivating when I hear the bell. Who rang
Yeah.
that bell? So anyway, but this is from Paris. It's called Paris Parade Numero Special for 150 francs, and she is in a glass of
Oh,
champagne.
oh, very nice. And who is that?
That is VAT 69 and a bunch of other stuff, smoking cigarettes, and it's by an artist named J. David.
Very
I'm
nice. I've never seen
unfamiliar
that
with
one.
J. David, but J. David knows how to draw. Isn't that wild?
That is very nice. It's beautiful. Very nice.
So there's that. Now, I'm starting to go. Thank you. I'm starting to go into the home stretch. Would you like to show
What
anything?
I'll do is I'll let you save your home stretch. I'll
Okay.
show the last stack from the modern stuff,
Okay.
and what we'll do is then we'll have you be the finale, the grand finale.
Before I show that, I want you to at least offer the chat if they have any questions about your Kickstarter, that you answer those questions, if you would.
I didn't see Jeffrey here, so he was the one that had some issues.
He
So
was the one. Okay, well, in that case, everybody knows about it anyway and has done it, hopefully, and has gone on. Allan's Kickstarter is now done. It ended today, and I know it ended today because they charged my credit card.
yeah,
And they said, "Congratulations, we've charged your card."
I charged your credit card.
And I
You
said,
were paying.
strangely, I don't feel congratulatory at this
You
moment.
you 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 just paid for Alan's home in the Grand Cayman. Um,
That's right. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
exactly. Okay, so this next stack is the comics that I bought from that new comic shop.
Okay.
Um, and I actually just picked up some free. They had some, the typical. These are some free previews magazines. Whenever I see them, I always pick them up. But they actually have like original stories inside, so I picked them up. These are free, so just a free book, nothing major. But this one I actually thought this is another one of these freebie ones. Yeah, that was kind of cute. So yeah, so those are some modern freebies. And then this one, oh my goodness, this next book is my childhood. I love this series as a kid. Strange thing is I don't really remember much about it. Gotcha, man. I just remember them all being dressed like birds and flying around in like little spacecrafts. But as a kid, I loved this. I'd come home for lunch and I'd watch Gotcha Man. So yeah, do you know Gotcha Man? Oh, Steven's gone. Okay, so you harassed me, but it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, CJ. I did reach my goal. That's the main thing. Um, and then I saw this one. Thought it was really nice. Zatanna. I believe this is Zatanna #1, Black Label. So maybe she gets naked inside because always with the black labels, it's a little bit more risque inside. Hey, K-pop. So yeah, it's a really nice Zatanna cover. I'll have to read that one. And then this one is some new one I've never heard of. This is Witch's Shadow. So these are just all modern books that I just picked up. These all dropped within the last 2 weeks, I believe. And I picked up a Harley Quinn as well. I thought this was a really cute Harley Quinn. So we got Harley Quinn like sort of sitting in the moon kind of thing. So I thought this was quite nice. And then I like my Lady Death and all that kind of stuff. So we got Hell Witch, which is also from Coffin Comics. Some sexy girl action going on there. And this one is, I thought I might actually have a second copy of this. I think I already had this one, but maybe I got it again. Kid Venom Origins. Interesting cover. So I just picked up some random books. These are random books that I picked up. This one I thought was interesting.
But sometimes the random books are the fun ones. It's sort of a impulse buy, which is fun.
Yeah. This is Pooh Bambi. I don't know anything about this one, but I thought the cover looked interesting, so I picked it up.
Pooh Bambi?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Unfamiliar, but I understand the concept here.
What? If anyone knows anything about this book, please tell me.
Where's the Pooh?
I don't get it. And she's kind of got like these almost like tiger-like things on her. I don't know. She's painting on herself. I don't know. It's really weird. So this is issue number 3 of this Pooh. Oh, Pooh versus Bambi. Sorry. I didn't even see the little VS.
So Winnie the Pooh versus Bambi?
Yeah, I guess so.
I see. Well,
you know, the funny thing is,
I thought that Pooh and Bambi looked remarkably different from that cover.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Both Bambi and Winnie the Pooh have recently become public domain. So maybe that's why that they
able to use the names. Okay.
Yeah, and then we got Jetta, which is part of like Thundercats.
And it's Cheetara. It's Cheetara.
Cheetara. Yeah. Because she's a cheetah, right?
That's right.
I actually used to watch, like when I would get home from school, I remember I'd always watch Thundercats.
Hey, I watched the Thundercats too, but my boys did. And that's but okay. I enjoyed watching it, and they had the toys, you know, and all the stuff that went with.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Matt, that was a brutal joke. Who gets to thump her? And the
Matt
last
Atkinson, did you kiss your kids with that mouth of yours?
Yeah. Okay, and this last one I thought was really cute. This is like a 1 in 25 variant. And I thought it was really cute until I didn't check the price on it. When I put it up, it was cute up till I had to pay for it.
Oh, it is cute.
Yeah, so Spider-Man
2. Who is it?
Lennox.
I mean, but who's the character?
Oh, good question. I think it's like some new character.
Well, it's got Black Cat stuff.
It's got a black cat, but look at her ears. Her ears.
But no, it's not her. But they've got the white fluffy thing going on.
Yeah, so I thought, oh, maybe it's a new character, like a mouse or something. It looks like kind of like a mouse.
Jeez, I've never seen that character.
Yeah, see, latex mouse fetish girl. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't
know who she is. I just thought it was a really cute cover. Then I didn't notice the price tag. It's just sort of.
What did it run you?
Hi, Papa. So this was like, this was $35 Canadian, which is about 25 US, somewhere around.
That's an expensive book.
I know. I was like, oh shoot. So yeah, and it was even more expensive because I didn't get my 20% discount.
When you see the boss,
I actually kept the receipt, so I got the receipt handy.
All right, so he'll make it right for you.
I'm hoping. So yeah. It's Lindrix. Okay, I couldn't see the name that well.
Lyrics Lee is the artist, and they are awesome. Who's the character, K-pop? Who's the character?
Do you know who the character is? Anyone?
Do you know who that is? What the character is? Spider-Man Reign. What does it say? What does it say? Marvel Comics Spider-Man 2 Reign.
Yeah, and it's number 1. Okay, so wait.
It's a cool character.
Her website
says the new black cat.
But it doesn't look like a cat.
Yeah, it does. Sorry. Yeah, it does.
Really?
Yeah, look at it again. It's a cat. I thought it was.
Those are kind of more like mouse ears in my mind.
It
Like
looks
who's
mousy, but I think it could be a cat, and I think it is, but it looks like a mouse or a
so
cute
this is the
cat.
new black cat. Okay, well, I don't know. It looks very mousy. I don't know. Yeah, in a 1 in 25 variant that comes out every month. Yes. So it's one of those things. Um looks like cat ears to you. I don't know. It looks like mouse ears to me. I don't know.
Thank you, JX. That's the correct answer. A cat
Looks like a cat
bat.
bat.
Very good.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's cute. That's all I know.
It is cute. Yes. It see, even K-pop thinks it looks mousy or bat. Yeah, kind of bat. I can see the bat. It does have like sort of bat ears almost too. Maybe she's a mouse, a bat
Mouse,
cat.
bat, cat, cat,
Mass,
bat, bat, cat.
some hybrid thing. Hybrid thing. By the way, it looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
If you
he
can
looks like
see him
he's
in the
scratching his
background,
head. He can't figure it out. He's got a beard.
it looks like he's playing Santa Claus or something in the background.
He's got a beard, and he doesn't have his uniform on. He's bare armed.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I guess you have to read it to find out what happened. I bet you the cover has
Yeah,
nothing to do with the story. What do you bet?
yeah. I have a
Oh,
feeling you're right.
and I guess they're on the island of Dr. Moreau right now. Is that it?
I have no
The
idea.
island of Dr. Moreau, new black
We'll just
cat,
mix them all together.
merged with a
It'll be
rhino
okay.
and a leopard and all that strange stuff.
Yeah, I actually like the original movie.
Yeah.
I didn't like the one with Val Kilmer. I think he did the more modern one.
Mm.
But I did like the original, like the black and white way back in the day.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah, it was fun stuff. Okay, so now we have our grand finale, which is soaked in my tears, and
Yes,
that's what everyone has been waiting for.
it's wonderful. It's just it's all I can do to hold on to them. They're so slippery. Um, I have collected fight comics since 1988. Dave Alexander turned me onto it, and the earlier issues are the ones that I pretty much chased after. But later on, they changed the artist changed a little bit because Fiction House used the Iger House of Art to do a lot of Joe Doolin and Lily Renee and the various people that did the covers, Bob Lubers, Zolnarovich, and the various other artists that did the covers. Very, very nice. Zolnarovich was really early. And then Doolin came in and did a lot of them. They had Solardo was in there. John Solardo was in there as well. And this is a John Fort cover. John Forte, Forte, John Fort, who also did the Legion of Superheroes. Yes, that is my job. That's my job. And but I saw this on, and I thought that, and it was like $370 or something, and it is Fight Comics number 58, and it's an 8.0, and it's a green cover.
Very nice.
Isn't that a fun cover?
And actually, I think you got a pretty good deal on it too. It was really inexpensive. I mean,
and
for the grade.
It's cream to off-white, but that's generally what you get. But the colors are very, very nice. This is Tiger Girl. Allan, I think Tiger Girl is still a good option for you.
Actually, that's another option. That's like we were talking about options.
I was thinking about it. We are talking about the potential for Vixens 2, where we were trying to think of other worthy femmes for more Vixens, and what could be more Vixen than a Tiger Girl? Is Tiger Girl thank you? Is Tiger Girl the one who's the princess, Allan, that has the?
I thought so. I thought so.
I think Tiger Girl is the one that is the princess who is in, and then she has the
leopard or something, or
but she has the Sikh, the guy that is her bodyguard. Yes.
Oh yes, yeah. She's like
royalty,
Arab kind of princess.
Well, no, Sikh. Not an
Oh,
Arab. Sikh.
Seek.
Sikh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he basically goes in to rescue her, and she rescues him and stuff like that. Nothing romantic, just great affection and honorable stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So hold it long enough for people to read, Alan, because Susan asked me,
sorry.
so that way she can read it.
It's just he was referring to the warrant stuff that I showed earlier. Yeah. Will Tiger Girls be in the next Vixens? I'm working on creating a list. It's going to be
Yeah,
14 new characters.
yeah.
I have decided that I'm going to go ahead with Vixens 2.
Oh, great.
Which will be out in probably 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow. Good for you.
Yep. So that's all happening. So
I wasn't expecting that. Good for you.
Yeah. So we'll I'm actually gonna work with you, Stephen, and we'll finalize which characters. I'll let you have some input.
I'm your man.
Okay.
So that's Tiger Girl brought a lot of good stuff out here.
Yeah. I kind of want to keep it more variety, not just all jungle girls. There's
not
a lot
all
of
jungle, not all jungle, but she's a good jungle girl.
Yeah, no. He's saying it would be a good theme to have just jungle girls. I
see what you will, but if you get a few jungle girls along with all the other ones, huge announcement, huge.
Yeah, I gotta let people's wallets refill, and then I will harvest again.
Thank you very much. Don't shear the sheep too close, or else they won't grow the fur back as well. Is that right? It is just
exactly.
Don't shear them all the way.
Yeah,
I heard a salesman say that one time. I didn't appreciate that because I
was
one of the sheep.
Yeah, it's not good to be the sheep.
Oh man, ow!
Yeah.
One of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't feel that way. That's okay. Don't feel that way. They're good. I have.
I'm hoping. Okay, Munin. Wait. Where was it? Wow, you guys are commenting a lot here. I can't keep up. Okay, yes. It is going to be quick. I'm hoping, but originally he told me, "Oh, it's going to be a couple months to turn it around." So, based on
but that was a year and a half, wasn't it?
Yes, that was in a year and a half. So if he says 3 to 4 months, maybe your grandchildren will be,
Grandpa, what's this thing coming now that you talked about for all these years? One of the characters that Dan DeCarlo created.
Jeez.
One of the characters that Dan DeCarlo created, who wasn't around for very long, was a character named Jetta. And what was her last name, Alan?
Oh, Jetta Laser. Jetta, wait, no. Jetta, it's Jetta Phaser, Jetta. Oh my goodness, it's a phase.
All right, you think just think. And so Jetta is a remarkably difficult book to collect, surprisingly.
Is Jetta her last name, or Jetta is her first name, and then the last name makes it?
Is it Jetta Plane or Jetta Speed?
No, it's something like where it becomes like a gun. Something Jetta.
Hi, champ.
You remember?
No.
You do remember, don't you?
Yes, but I can't tell you. This is the Dan DeCarlo cover, or a Dan DeCarlo light cover, and this is the trade. I saw this cover on Go Collect when I was trying to. Allan and I both end up chasing much the same books, sadly, and we end up. That's how they always end up getting drenched in tears. But Jetta is really cute. Jetta Speed, Jetta Power, Jetta Plane.
No, it's not.
Are you looking it up?
I'll look it up.
But this is
Ray. Jetta Ray.
That's it. Jetta Ray.
Jetta Ray.
Thanks,
See, I told you like a ray gun. That's where.
Yeah, but you didn't say it just now. Thank you, Lau. You got us off.
No, I didn't get it. I was like kind of working it out in my mind.
I was thinking it. I knew it.
It's like it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, and it's like it looks like the Jetsons.
It
Yes,
very much like, very
very
much
much.
like
I think it is it's actually before the Jetsons though.
it is, but it is the 50s view of the future where everything is all neutron high, and on the ship it has stuff like, instead of oh you kid, it's um 20,
Yes.
2052 skidoo. um uh it's oh you android, oh like oh you kid, it's oh you android. I mean, it is really, it's very, very creaky and cute, but she's
Yeah.
very cute. She's got, and this is the trade. Lyle Hobson found this for me, and it was on Etsy of all places to find it.
Oh,
I
very
couldn't
nice.
but I really love the cover, and
Yeah,
it
it's
has,
great.
and it's, the company is called Airwave, from the
Is
22nd
that Dan
century.
Parent cover or who did the cover?
No, featuring the art of Dan DeCarlo. I don't
Oh, it
know.
is Dan DeCarlo. Is it Dan DeCarlo cover or is it Parent
It may not be Dan DeCarlo, but it is in Dan DeCarlo's style.
style? Yeah.
Okay, so there's that, and so the it we Allan and I both managed to find there are only 3 issues of Jetta. There's issue 5, issue 6, and issue 7. Here is issue number 7.
Very nice.
And this one is from April of 1953.
All my copies of Jetta are raw.
And she's very, says, but all I said was you're as pretty as a picture. Can I
It's all
help
like
it?
all ugly
And she says,
pictures.
cosmic creep. Can I help it she don't like Picasso? But she's haughty, and it's she's cartoony sexy like Dan DeCarlo does so well.
Very
So
nice. Very beautiful.
that is issue number 7.
Okay.
Here is issue number 6, and this is from February of
To me,
1953.
this is the Grail of the 3, though. This is the one that most people love.
The robot cover. I told you not to take that advanced science course.
Yeah, I like the little metallic hearts.
And this is by Standard Comics, which is Ned Pine's Standard Needor, and he basically was. That's why I'm wondering, Allan, if Jetta, because it's standard, would be a good candidate then for Vixens.
Because yeah, it's out of circulation. I'm pretty sure Jetta is. I think I added on the list
Okay,
as a character
all
potentially.
right.
I
Well,
really do like Jetta.
ladies and gentlemen, we had talked about, Allan was saying, well, if I could ever, if the funding works, or if I can work it out or whatever. And so we always kind of bounce these ideas of who would be who would be cool to do if we do if he does a second one. What you mean, we, pale face? Well, Tonto, this looks like the end. What do you mean, we, pale face? But this is very Jetsons. The Jetson ship actually even looks like one of the Jetson mobiles in the back. The little
It
green
has a.
one.
I almost feel like Jetsons ripped off Jetta.
I don't think there's any doubt, but it almost reaches the point of clip art, really, as far as. But DeCarlo was the one that came up with this. DeCarlo was the one, but for standard. So I think this would be a good one.
Yeah.
And the toughest one to get is issue number 5. And I just thank you.
We try to show the best. We show the best.
And we show the best to the best people, to the best chat, and the best people, and we sure appreciate you being here, so we can show and have fun showing stuff with you and enjoying having you comment and enjoy. It's our pleasure. This is our Monday show, and I guess we're up for an award for this. If you guys find value in this, I'm not too proud to say we'd appreciate a vote for the CBC Awards, if you wish. If you like this content, we sure appreciate it. We put a little time and effort into this to try to bring you some good stuff. And very much would appreciate if you would vote for us on this. Well, we give each other FOMO, so I wouldn't.
Hmm.
Neither one of us is immune, I assure you. But
Yeah,
this is issue number 5. This is the first appearance of Jetta.
and that's an awesome book. I mean, that's the hardest one to find, from
By
what I can
far,
see.
by far.
I'm
It is a
hoping to
little
win a
expensive.
copy of it. I'm bidding on a copy right now, so I'm hoping I will win my copy, and then we can be twinsies. Mine's not as pretty as yours, but the one that, well, it's not mine yet, but the one I'm bidding on is not as pretty as yours, but that is
Well,
definitely a
it's
beautiful.
a 5.5 on this is a very high grade, and this
Is
was
it the
not.
highest grade, or is it?
No, no, no. It's a high grade for this book, and it was not cheap. I had to step
Is
up to
that the
get this.
thing Alan's crying about? No. Actually, this one
No, the
does have a
next
bit of tears on it,
this
but not the other one
this
is
the other
drenched.
one's going to have the tears on it.
It's going to be drenched.
And this one says, "What do you say, space pigeon? Let's get the old hot saucer and beat sound to Nick's blast in. So you're cooking with superatomic radiation, Arky." And this is from December of 1952.
And so the other ones are
The first
53.
Jetta, this one that I showed, this is new.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
This is new, and I think it's a great. I love the cover image totally. That's why I said I want to get that for the cover.
So
And
just so you
inside it,
know, sorry, I was just going to say, just so you know, there is a Dan Parent Jetta as well, recently published in the last couple of years,
well,
that you might want to check out.
so,
Yeah.
but anyway, this is the Jetta number 5. It's very, very cute. And again, she has long legs and doesn't look like she wears anything underneath. Very skinny.
So the highest grade is a 7.5, I guess. That's sold for 2,000.
2.5.
Yeah.
Did it sell 2,500?
It's probably 2,000 something.
Okay.
He is wrote.
Well, this was about half that.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful, I mean, it's a beautiful 5.5 too. So, yeah.
And this has again, this is off-white to white pages, so it's nice. The other ones have. The other one was.
Oh, it's at auction. He's saying there's a
A
7.5 at auction for
7.5.
2,000.
Oh, okay. So it goes. The other ones are creamed off, or this one's off-white white, and this one is creamed off-white. Oh, creamed off-white, and then this one's off-white white. So those are the 3 Jettas. I've completed my run.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Allan and I both are big fans of Fox Feature Syndicate, and it's the Good Girl stuff. And from 1947 to 1949 ish was the high water mark for Good Girl standalone titles. After which they kind of died in their own titles, but then basically shot out into every other genre: science fiction, pre-code horror, westerns, like I say, science fiction, crime. I mean, the Good Girls went everywhere. So they say, well, we got rid of the Good Girls. No, you didn't. It went into everything. And so Pretty Girls there were damsels in distress on westerns, in crime covers, in outer space, in dungeons. Good Girls, red dress blondes were getting bumped off left and right in wholesale fashion during what I call that portion of the golden age called the atomic age, which is for me from 1945 up to about 1950, 51. And then from
You got them over
51,
time. Sorry.
no, it took a while for me to get them. I was really lucky because I got 5 and 6, excuse me, 6 and 7 on
Together.
my comic shop. It just, both of them came up. And I knew how hard they were. I'd looked and I couldn't find any, or they were way too expensive. And then these 2 were slabbed, showed up in very nice grade. These two, you don't find them in high grade. They just don't exist in high grade that much at all. But in any event, so the Good Girl stuff, one of the artists, there's Matt Baker is a great Good Girl artist. Jack Kamen is another one. Joe Doolin is another one. But there's one fella that basically did everything himself for 2 of the best good
I
girl
guess.
titles that
I would say the
Fox.
two best good girl titles of all time. I would say
Well, they're right up there, and
I
they're
mean,
distinctive. They're it's apples and oranges because Baker looks one way, very close. Kamen and Baker are somewhat interchangeable, give or take, but Baker's has a distinctive style. So does Kamen. So does
mhm.
Joe Doolan. But Al Feldstein has a very distinctive style. He had Meet Corliss Archer, very short term. He had Junior Comics, which is also not very many, and Sunny Comics, which are not very many at all. And he did the cover art, he did the stories, he did the pencils, he did the inks, and he did the coloring. He did the whole thing. Those were his babies. So when you see these, they are basically a high performance, sexy Archie is what it is. And
Yeah,
Sunny is anyway.
is the pinnacle of that.
Well, she's right there at the top with Junior, but Sunny is right at the top.
Hmm.
And Allan was showing his Sunny set. He has a set of Sunny, and I of course have been coveting that because I like Al Feldstein. And lo and behold, a book came up, and it was one of those things where the seller, I thought I was in deep trouble because the seller was at least $1,000 or more dollars underneath the market for this book. And it is an unbelievably high grade for this title. And so I jumped to buy this book. And then all of a sudden, if you've ever had one of these where, well, I can't really get to the bank to get that because I've got problems. And I'm going, uh-oh. Then you think,
Yeah, I know.
somebody got to her. He says, well,
I
I'll give
wasn't
you.
even sure if it was the case that either she was like just trying to steal your money, or she got a better offer, or
Well,
it just
that's what
had
I
so
thought.
much shadiness around it. It was
I thought that I had it nailed down. And then the next thing I know is, well, I can't really get it. And it may be several days before I can get to the, and I sent her a message. I said, well, why does it take you all this time to get to the bank? I mean, what's going on? Well, it's just, and then there was family problems. I mean, there's just all this, and I said, oh boy. And I used PayPal, and I have PayPal with a credit card, goods and services. So I would have been covered anyway. If things had gone south and it didn't work, I was going to be made whole. But I didn't want to be made whole. I wanted the book. And I said,
mhm.
somebody else got to her. And she said, well, Steve, I'm going to, then she says, I'm going to refund your money. And I said, no, you can hold on to it. She refunded my money. And
Yeah.
I said, okay, I think I'm a dead.
Somebody else bought it and paid
Someone
twice as
else paid
much.
more money for it. And I know, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if someone said, I'll give you $4,000 for it. And I wouldn't have been surprised because it's such a rare book. And so then the next thing you know, so I didn't give up. I said, hi, Michelle, I'm still interested. She had said, it says, well, if I relist it, when I relist it, I'll let you know and I'll honor that price. And I said, okay. And then a couple of weeks went by, and I said, hi, Michelle,
You
I'm,
stalked the girl.
I'm still here. Hello, how are you? And then the moon came up square because she said, Steve, I just put the book up and it's ready for you to buy. And ladies and gentlemen, here is Sunny, number 12 and a 9-0.
This is the one. This is the book. And the reason I say it's got Allan tears on it is just such a crazy high grade. This is one of those books you never see in this high grade. I mean, it's Fox. Having a Fox book in a 9 is almost unheard of. They use the worst paper. They use it's just
Off-white white pages for a Fox book too.
yeah, that's crazy.
So
So such a beautiful copy.
this was the one that is the big. The Jetta 5 was icing on the cake, which is Sunny number 12. And there aren't very many copies in the run. Was it 5 books, Allan? 4?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
So
I
they're
think it
not
was like I think five. I think five in the run.
okay. And
Four or five. Yeah.
Yeah, and the first one is the skating cover where she's skating with her leg up, and the guy's looking up her dress or whatever, and she's skating into thin ice. But anyway, this is there. It is. This is Sunny number 12, and this is from February of 1948. Uh, Al Feldstein cover and art. And on the back, we get the ubiquitous wallets that we can buy, America's greatest billfold bargain. But this is, and the spine on these books, the cover stock.
It's a different publisher, Callie. Young King Cole was, I forgot who. I think it was Youthful or one of those ones.
But anyway, so this is Sunny number 12. And probably one of my, they're all the covers are really good. Some are a little bit better than others, but they're all good. And this one in particular, the grade and the fact that she's in her bikini with her boyfriend out in the cold, looking through the window, freezing. His face is red from how cold it is. The spine is just it's a 9. I mean, it is just a beautiful, the cover gloss. It's shiny. It's which is absolutely unheard. So that's the one that I thought sure as hell I wasn't going to get it, because the excuses. Oh, here we go. The excuses kept coming, and I said, oh boy, I'm sunk. Somebody talked her out of it. I know that for a fact. Someone got to her, but she was true to her word, and I got it, and she honored the price. She could have said, I'm sorry, I can't sell it to you at that price. But she didn't do that. She honored the price. So I feel
really nice.
Blessed. I feel very blessed. It wasn't cheap, but again, this is not one you're going to see.
So, so my tears are very useful for many medicinal effects. Okay. So so that's the, I mean, that's just the Grail. I mean, like, it's not a Grail just because it's a hard book to find, but in that grade, it becomes that Grail status in my mind. It's just an amazing book. That's really awesome.
Allan actually had, sometimes what I like to do is if I can find a book and surprise him, then I like to spring him on him. And 2 weeks ago, Allan had his top 10 sales of Sunday, in which this was number 3, where he was going on and on and on about this high grade book that sold. And oh my gosh, it's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's unbelievable. And I couldn't stand it. I called him up and I said, Allan, I said, you know, that's Sunny. Oh, yes. Oh my God, it was wonderful, incredible. He said, I got that book. You got that book? You got that book? And I said, yeah, I'm the one that got that book. And that was wonderful. And then I could feel the tears were coming through the phone. It was all over. And it was wonderful. I just immersed myself.
I should have reached out to the woman and said, oh, don't trust me.
Yeah, see, yeah. Hey, did you know? Hey.
So
But we're friendly competitors. Yeah, yours does look good too.
If you go to, like, Stephen doesn't even have to. You don't even have to go. Yeah. You just watch my old video. Go back and watch all the top 10s. It's in there somewhere.
2750. And it would have been.
I could have gotten so many views.
2750, and it should have been 3,800 to $4,000 easily, or
well, you saw if you watch my video, I did the analysis pretty deep on that one.
Yeah.
And you got a steal on it. I was like, this is crazy. No, like, you don't see them that often.
You know, and she didn't have a hell of a lot of sales either, 100%, but not a lot of sales. Mm-hmm. So, and that's how I also got that Batman 62 with the crazy cat lady cover.
Yeah, I love that too.
All of their stuff in their store, they only had a couple hundred sales, and it was a 6, and it was half of what thank you. It was half of what everybody else was charging for a 6. And it was a beautiful, just had been slabbed, and they were very nice, you know. And all the rest of their stuff was modern books that were selling, and it was like, you know, X-Men, X-Men,
in a weird way, I think that
Batman
worked.
62. It was just like completely different.
I think
They
that's
just
why
got
it
it.
kind of helped you in a way, because sometimes those sellers, they can't sell those older books
Yeah.
because everyone's like, this doesn't seem right. It seems very
It's
fishy,
well, how much is it? Oh, forget it. Forget it.
It must be fake. It must be a fake listing or something.
That was 23, and it should have been. There was one that was
I
a
think it was
6.
like 38 or something like that. Or
There was another one that was 38, and there was another one that was 42, and this was 23 for a
it's
6.
just like,
It was, and I'm going. I'm going as fast as I can. Sold, sold, sold.
yeah.
So anyway, but that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. The big news tonight. The books are fun. The big
Mhm.
news tonight is Vixens 2 is going to happen,
It's in the
and
works.
I'm very happy to hear it, Alan. Congratulations.
Yeah. So we got to get Vixen's ones in the hands of all the people that
And yeah,
supported it.
September. We got to wait now.
I think
September.
it's September. I think it's September. And
It's set
by
on the
that
thing.
time,
We're waiting till September.
yeah, by that time, maybe Vixen's 2 will be not out, but
Time.
but, but it'll be, it'll be kind of in your memory, where
But
when
not
it's
that.
come out.
If it's 3 months, it won't be that much of a memory. Because
Yeah, I know.
they just arrived, and here come more. So
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be
good
cool.
for
It'll
you,
be
Alan.
cool.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching tonight.
Thank you.
It was really great. You showed some really great stuff, Stephen. I really liked actually all that promotional material you sent. Showed. That was just
Oh,
insane. That's just
thank
like
you.
some of. I really still don't get what the eyes is. Is it just a poster? It's like what is that? Like it's
It's
like,
just designed to creep you out. It's
yeah,
it's it's
it's
it's
so silly.
designed to it's designed to creep you out. But the thing is, those things are like $60, $50 a throw, something like. They're
Mhm.
not terribly expensive.
Yeah, considering
It's
what they
just
are,
fun,
like how many would
but
survive?
it's fun for what Fawcett could do and how
Mhm.
they actually utilized, and that's one of the reasons why they were more popular
Yes,
than
it's an
Superman.
optical illusion. I get the
It's an
optical illusion
optical
part.
delusion. I can't believe what I'm looking at. The eyes are following me.
Oh yeah, I'll get Stranko for Venus Vixens too now. Um, yeah, but yeah. So thanks again, everyone, for watching.
Thank
Uh,
you.
bye, everyone.
Thank you.